the high adoption of digital banking is at high risk with the emergence of sophisticated Trojans. SOVA, that is SOVA, is now targeting payment and banking apps on Android devices in India. SOVA is the Russian word for owl. Hello and welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. Last year in September, SOVA, that is SOVA, appeared on the dark web or underground markets with capabilities to harvest usernames and passwords through keylogging, stealing cookies and placing false overlays on several apps installed on mobile. Ransomware attacks on mobiles would be catastrophic for every user. Recent days have seen Indian mobile banking app users being hit by malware like Oscorp, Brata, SOVA, etc. that defraud victims by remote access controls, controlling keystrokes or stealing cookies from devices. Many of these malwares also seize the multi-factor authentication tokens. Furthermore, this malware can capture screenshots and record videos from the device's camera without the permission of the users. One of the Android Trojans recently highlighted is SOVA malware, which has harmful capabilities like keylogging, overlay attacks, screenshots capturing and abuse of accessibility permissions. Mostly, this is sideloaded from phishing links sent to users on emails, SMSs, WhatsApp. India's Computer Emergency Response Team, that is CERT-In, also issued a warning about SOVA Android Trojan. SOVA was earlier focusing on countries like the US, Russia and Spain, but in July 2022, it added several other countries including India to its list of targets. The V4 version of this malware hides itself within fake Android applications that show up with the logo of a few famous legitimate apps like Chrome, Amazon and the non-fungible tokens platform to device users into installing them. The banking industry is undergoing massive digital disruption with mobile apps and e-payments becoming the norm. India had 1.2 billion mobile subscribers in 2021, of which around 750 million were smartphone users. India is going to have 1 billion smartphone users by 2026, says a Deloitte report. For the most people, mobile is becoming the preferred option, whether it is food ordering, ticketing, entertainment, payments or fund transfer. With the updated version of SOVA has the capability to encrypt all data on an Android phone and hold it to ransom. Another key feature of SOVA is the refactoring of its protections module, which aims to protect itself from different victims' actions. These attack campaigns can effectively jeopardize the privacy and security of sensitive customer data and result in large-scale attacks and financial frauds, as per the PNB officials. Let's look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. E-commerce industry likely to create 5 lakh jobs by this festive season. E-commerce firms are boosting the hiring process to meet the increasing consumer demand in this festive season. As per a report, around 3 lakh new jobs have been created in the sector so far, and more than 5 lakh more jobs are expected to be added till this Diwali. The demand for gig workers has seen an increase of 40% with a higher demand for delivery workers. Gig platform Tasmo said that it has witnessed a 50 to 70% increase in seasonal hiring from e-commerce platforms, especially since July due to the festive season. RBI cancels the license of Pune-based Seva Vikas Bank. The Reserve Bank of India has cancelled the license of Pune-based the Seva Vikas Co-operative Bank Limited due to its earnings prospects and lack of capital. The Seva Vikas Co-operative Bank Limited has been prohibited from conducting the business of banking, which includes acceptance of deposits and payments of deposits as defined in Section 5B, read with Section 56 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949 with immediate effect. The Commissioner of Cooperation and Registrar of Cooperative Societies, Maharashtra, has also been requested to issue an order to close the operations of the bank and appoint a liquidator for the bank. Government to push smartphone makers for 5G software updates in devices. The Ministry of Electronics and IT and Department of Telecommunications will meet with key smartphone makers like Apple, Samsung and Google to push for them to roll out software updates to their phones to support 5G in the country. The officials will ask the smartphone makers to enable their handsets to support 5G across both the standalone and non-standalone architecture and release software and firmware updates over the air to support the high-speed network. Telecom operators Bharti Airtel and Reliance Jio have launched 5G services across several cities, but still several 5G-enabled smartphones are not ready for the recently launched high-speed services. PowerGrid acquires SPV to set up transmission project. State-run PowerGrid Corporation of India has acquired 100% equity in a special purpose vehicle, that is SPV, to build an interstate transmission project for eastern and northeastern regions. The SPV was acquired for an aggregate value of about rupees 7.04 crores, including 50,000 equity shares at par at rupees 10 each, along with assets and liabilities of the company. The project consists of upgradation works at 400 by 132 kV Banka, that is Bihar, and building 220 kV DC transmission lines in Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. Google accused of paying competitors to prevent them from making alternate app stores. Fortnite developer Epic Games has filed a lawsuit against Google, stating that the latter paid off developers and prevented them from developing alternate app stores. The charges revolve around Google's Project Hub, which was later renamed to Apps and Games Velocity Program. Epic Games' motion states that some of these agreements were intended to and did stop developers from launching competing app stores. However, Google states that the program that Epic Games is fighting against gives incentives to Android developers and early access to Google Play users whenever they launch new content. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.